You have to carry on, even when everything feels hopeless, especially when everything feels hopeless. You have to carry on. You have to stand tall. You have to realize and remember that the very act of you being alive means you beat out millions of sperms, that you penetrated the egg and you were the one that made it, that you've lived up to this point suffering through pains and trauma and damage, good times and bad. You felt even a smidgen of love from someone at some point. You have life and limb. So you have to keep pushing on. Stand up, stand straight, keep walking ahead and smiling. I know that sometimes it can feel hopeless. You can feel like there is no path forward. And where you are is unbearable. But it's not the future that's bright, but it's your ability to overcome the present. To imagine a future where the victory is so sweet. It's so amazing. Have you ever had that moment at any point in your life where things just went? Mm, you had that meal, mm, that first. Was it worth it then? Did you experience anything that would make you want to live to the next day? I'm here to tell you, if no one else tells you, that it's going to be okay. That whatever you feel in this moment is such a fleeting thing. I don't care if this is 3 or 4 weeks of it. I believe strongly at the bottom of my heart, the core of my soul, that you are able, if you truly become your authentic self, that you will grow, that you will find happiness, that you will find a pathway, a joy in this life that can never be taken away from you by no matter the circumstance. And I need you to understand that these ups and downs, the sad moments, are needed to exemplify the joyful moments. These are all experiences that you as a human being need to experience. And we've been taught to shut ourselves down, to numb ourselves, to be something else so that it's happening to someone else. And I want to tell you that whatever you're going through right now, it's worth it. Because when you come out of the other side of that tunnel, I don't care what it is, you are going to be a stronger individual. You are going to learn something about yourself that no book, no YouTuber can ever tell you. And I know that a lot of people say to comment and subscribe, but I genuinely want to know what's happening with you. I want to know where you are right now, where you've been, and where you want to go. So if you have a moment that you want to share it below. If you have hopes and aspirations you want to reach to, write it down. You'll know there's at least one person in this world who understands, who gets it, and who wants to walk along the path with you. My goal here, because I've been broken, I've been sad, I've been alone, but there's something magical about someone who has no apparent benefit to tell you that things are going to be okay, and that take that deep breath inside, and that there is going to be a moment when things are going to be okay. And I'm not telling you because I want you to feel good about yourself and I'm lying to you, I'm telling you because I know. And I would like to have had, when my father died, and when my grandmother died, and different people in my life have left, and when I felt low and lonely and by myself, that there was someone there that I could trust. Well, I had people, and I still have people who would tell me, but I always suspect in the bottom of my mind that they are just telling me what I want to hear. But I'm not telling you what you want to hear. I suspect at this moment you don't want to hear this. You want to wallow in pity. But I'm telling you, and I'm going to cut this short because I hate long videos, that I encourage you to write. Day has been the worst day. This last month has been the worst month. My life has been the worst. But I believe that if I keep putting my foot in front of one, if I keep putting one foot in front of the other, that I'm going to get somewhere where it would be a little less awful, a little less troublesome, and where there will be a community of people that will appreciate me. Weird, awkward person that you are. And they're not going to think you're weird and awkward. They're going to laugh at your jokes. They're going to think you're interesting for the things that interest you because it interests them as well. And right now, you may not see that path, but I do. I guarantee it. And not because you're somehow special in the sense that there's no other person who could ever. You're special because you are uniquely made. You were born to a certain group of people in a certain area at a certain time with a certain physical makeup that makes you irreplaceable, unduplicatable. That's not a word, but and so that makes you special. But there is a strain of human commonness that tells me that if you act according to your true nature, that you're going to find that tribe. You're going to find that thing that makes you you. So do not despair beyond what the moment calls for. Make small change. Tell yourself it's going to be okay. And if you can't do it, listen to me telling you that it's going to be okay. Get to bed, wake up the next morning and say, today is going to be different because I am going to be different. Because no matter where you are and what you do, the only thing you can control is how you see the world, how you respond to the world, and what you do with what the world does to you. And in my experience, barring physical danger, death, natural disasters, the world is an amazing place. And I hope to share it with you. I hope that you will join me on this journey, that you will see my weird imperfections and fall in love with my desire to change this world from a world of mindless automatons who nod and smile and are like glued to their phones and they don't see the beauty of life, to a world of individuals that are so uniquely grafted into themselves, so purely focused on the essential nature of who they are, that everyone is falling in love with each other and everyone is being their highest, best self. And I do not believe that's a fantasy. At the very least, the community that I'm with, I know you can achieve that. And I hope to prove to you, by hook or by crook, how special you really are, just with common sense, just by the very nature of who you are, and just by the very fact that you've watched 11 minutes of this video, and you didn't turn off, and you didn't make fun of me, and you didn't laugh at all my imperfections and all the different things and the volume and the camera and the angles, and you said, hey, this person cared enough to do this video. Trust me, I ain't making no money from this right now. This is just something that's on my heart. And if it's not coming off as real, it's always been my nature to be this. And whether you believe it or not, there's no other more important thing I would rather be doing now than to make one person watching this question the reality that's around him and to come from the brink of despair into joy. So I hope that um, I didn't just waste my time and I'm not talking to air. Please let me know that you're out there. I'll keep doing it because if only one person is helped, if only one person turns, then I've lived a very good life. Old soul, peace.